things to come, but it looks like a butterfly. I have to put in there really quick. I guess that's it. There's a symbol up there, and I don't know if they'll use it as a logo or if it's just on those ads, but it looks like a butterfly, and a butterfly has all kinds of connotations. So, and it's usually in the realm of, even though butterflies are beautiful, it's usually in sort of salacious land and creation land, but of someone else's making, you know. Usually has CIA connotations for people who are in conspiracy land and sort of taking over and creating, you know, the fastest runner, or, you know, I don't know. Well, it's hard to explain, but anyway, a lot of people out here, even though they have regular jobs, earn a living a certain way, they might believe that they're part of a special system or agency without ever having gone to like a basic orientation for a job at the CIA. I just picked the CIA because it's the easiest one to pick. But there's a lot that goes on out here to keep people going and to make people feel like halfway special, I guess. So there are people who live amongst us, and you wonder, like, how they get so chipper, or how did they get, you know, why are they so perfect and we struggle all the time? There could be a lot more going on, you know. The downside is a lot of people struggle, and they feel like losers because they're not as ambitious, or you know, they're wondering why certain people are able to like create certain types of lives. You know, money always helps, so that's key number one in everything. That's key number one. If you have enough money, then you can afford to do things. Then it becomes from there, psychologically, you know, how do you approach, how can the world be handled? But anyway, you never know. And there are people with, you know, a lot of income or not so much income. And what is it that, you know, why do some people seem, you know, the boss, or it's hard to explain, like they're in the know of everything. They could be made special by being in a certain invisible program. I know that sounds crazy. We'll just put it in conspiracy land. But they would be able to see the universe a certain way. They would read stuff all over the place. You know, it's sort of like a Sherlock Holmes show, in which a fellow student of mine a long time ago at the new school read a piece of mine, and she's like, have you ever seen Sherlock Holmes where things stand out? You know, like things are emphasized on the street, and then, you know, a passerby will apply more importance to that. Like, say you see the sign marine layer, and for some reason it's extra emphasized for you. You know, maybe it looks extra, I don't know, sparkly or whatever, I don't know. And in your mind you would wonder what's going on with marine layer. It would be a whole day of somehow this is circling around the universe, blah, blah. And apparently they did this in the show Sherlock Holmes, and that's how it's done. So, and people start to feel special because somehow there's these extra emphases on things. So we have all this cinema truck business kind of inching away here past my block, 17th Street and Walnut. But I'm wondering, I see another truck up by Rittenhouse Square. So I'm wondering if this filming is going on around here. That's good for me to know, like, you know, in terms of how to approach the day. Because HADDAD'S trailers are in Wells Fargo, 8822. We'll figure it out. So I guess someone's filming all over here today with this business. And get in and out and try to avoid any craziness. There's too much electricity and energy that's used, I think, which could amp people up, which is why they call it amp. Yeah. Chevrolet. You're the winner of a brand new Chevrolet. Congratulations, you know. That came up for a while, so there's that. So that's good to know. All along here, some sort of filming business, and we saw it first here on Silver Dreams PHLTV, the roll-in. Okay, see you later.